This is the 2025 Hyundai Palisade. This is a very popular three-row SUV because it offers a lot of technology, standard safety, as well as great value and a long warranty, which is why this vehicle has become so popular. For 2025, there are a few changes. We are test driving the Calligraphy, which is the top of the line. Front of the Hyundai Palisade offers LED headlights as well as LED driving lights. This really nice color combination of white with the matte silver really stands out and looks really luxurious. As a matter of fact, it almost kind of looks a little bit like a Lexus, which may be by design. There are 8 trim levels for the Hyundai Palisade: the SE, the SEL, the XRT, the SEL Premium, the Limited, the Calligraphy, our test vehicle, and the Calligraphy Night Edition, which is all blacked out and really cool looking car. There are 7 exterior colors and 2 interior colors. Our test vehicle rides on 20-inch alloy wheels with all-season tires because this is an all-wheel drive vehicle, so it's perfect for year-round use. There are some really nice features available on the Hyundai Palisade, including roof rails if you want to put a cargo container up on top. But in addition to that, there is a glass roof, which goes all the way back to the second row, privacy glass, and I really like this color combination. Like I said, it's very modern, and when you're competing in this category, and we'll talk about the competitors at the end, you'll see why these type of color combinations are really important, not just for this brand, but all the competition, because they want your dollars. Now on warranty, this has a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, but it does include a 3-year, 36,000-mile scheduled maintenance, which some of the competitors don't, which increases the value proposition when it comes to the Palisade. Coming around to the back on this upper wing, you've got your camera here, but I'd love to see this wiper blade tucked up underneath. It's one of the things I always say, because these wiper blades wear, they get ice scrapers to them and then they don't last. And beyond that, they're expensive. So it's one of the things I'm hoping in 2026, they'll tuck it up underneath, because I think there's a mid-cycle refresh or possibly a complete refresh of the Hyundai Palisade. Nice and clean across the back, LED taillights. And again, this is what's really important, the storage. Inside, behind the third row seating, you have 18 cubic feet of storage. And underneath this cover is additional hidden storage, really good for an emergency kit. You need to put your laptop there for security or some special item. Fold down this third row seating. It's labeled so you don't have to guess. Really nice. Third row goes down, split 60-40. Press the second button and you're on the right side, and now you're at 46 cubic feet of storage. Fold down that second row and you're at 86 cubic feet of storage. And those are captain's chairs. You can also get the bench seat as an option. We'll talk about that on the inside. The Palisade holds up to 8 passengers. If you order those second row captain's chairs, well, you'll lose the center seat, but it gives easier access to the third row for the little ones. There's plenty of space in the third row seating for all occupants, and folding down those third row seats will give you all the storage you could possibly need. Leather seating surfaces are optional. I really love this color combination, this beautiful white leather in the center. And of course, the second row also has heated seats, ventilated seats in the front row, and a heated steering wheel. All make this vehicle very luxurious for the price point. Heading into the second row, this is where your kids are going to want to sit. Very comfortable seating with adjustable armrests, pockets behind each seat, and of course USB-C charge ports on the side of each of the seats for charging your phone. There's also a regular outlet if you've got for the car, if you've got any sort of accessories, as well as a 115-volt outlet. You've got 3-stage ventilated, 3-stage heated. In this vehicle is not a luxury vehicle. This is a mid-luxury, and that's a lot to offer. There's also screens, which some of the competitors do not offer. Audio system is spectacular. There's 2 cup holders in each door. I've never seen that in a car that competes in this category. In addition to storage down below in the door, very nice materials, really well designed, and I really love this color combination. I keep saying that because I didn't expect this color combination from Hyundai, but they're making them even more modern every day. Heading into the third row, while these second row seats are adjustable, if you're tall, you might want to sit in the middle, and there's this belt for that as well. 2 cup holders in the door as well as charge ports, and you can fold down the seats from the second door access, which is nice if you've got something and you put your kids in the car, but you need to put down the seats, you'll be able to access that from the driver's side. So what Hyundai has done is they've moved up the roof area so you have more headroom. You've got ventilation as well as lighting. And then you can get everyone in the third row. Remember, if you're taller, You probably want to sit in the middle. If you've got adults in the third row, you want to move these second row seats just a little bit further forward so you have some more room. Under the hood of our test vehicle is a 3.8-liter V6 engine with 291 horsepower, backed by an 8-speed automatic transmission. There are paddle shifters that are on the steering wheel. I don't know if you're really going to need them, but you can get this vehicle in front-wheel drive, but when you go to the Calligraphy, it becomes the H-Track all-wheel drive, and it is available across the lineup. Fuel economy in our test vehicle is 21 miles to the gallon in the city and a 0 to 60 time of 6.4 seconds. Inside the Hyundai Palisade, I wanted to do this as the sun was setting because I wanted you to see the ambient lighting. There's all kinds of colors that you can choose. I currently have a purplish pink color, and you can change it anytime you want, which is really nice. It's inside this 12.3-inch touchscreen. Of course, you've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, which is wireless. All of that is standard. Currently have all the media off because we have to, because we don't want to get caught by ASCAP. But you can see all the information is right here. You can deactivate anything you'd like on that. Go into the menu. There's all kinds of settings. In addition to that, you've got a lot of additional features that you can use. Your more popular features will be located underneath the ventilation where you have map navigation, your radio, your audio system, which of course includes satellite radio. You can connect through the radio. There's also, of course, you can connect up your favorite podcasts like ours. Total Car Score would be fun. We appreciate that. You can set your favorites up. All of that is here. You can also go to the home screen where there's a lot of additional things, including the valet mode, the Hyundai Pay, which is really nice because you can actually pay for fuel and other things right through your system here. You have passenger talk, which is something that we've seen in other brands and allows you to have a microphone here that tells the kids in the third row that are ignoring you to pay attention. Good luck with that. Quiet mode if you want quiet. Maybe someone just has a bad day, they want silence, you can do that. You get your voice memo, your rear climate control, you can control from here as well. Also your radio, media, Blue Link, which is Hyundai's Blue Link, which is their safety systems. Also got a lot of additional assistances. Comes with a very short subscription plan, but you can extend that if you wish. Your owner's manual is there, and if you just want to have silence, that can be done very simply. One of my favorite features that makes people buy this car instantly over much of the competition, other than Kia, who also has this, is the blind spot camera that turns your gauge into the blind spot camera. And that is really nice. You can see curbing, you can see what's going on, less damage to your wheels. And that's also really nice. You can do the 3D gauges if you'd like to have that. If you don't want the gauges being 3D, that drives you crazy. I'm not a big fan of the 3D, but I do like it here. Like any Hyundai, you can choose the information you want in front of you. All that is right here on the steering wheel, whether it's the fuel economy, you want to have your navigation. There's also a head-up display, which is also really, really nice. All this is hoodless, which I think is really nice. Clean materials, soft touch. I don't know if that's real wood. It feels like it could be a picture of wood. But either way, it looks really nice. All the controls are easy. You'll notice that the steering wheel is the 2-spoke steering wheel. Some people love it, some people don't. Personally, I like it. I think it's just a personal choice on that. The tilt telescopic on this steering column is manual, but you're only going to set it once or twice anyhow. There's also 2 memory seatings that are on the door. Going back to the center console area, really interesting design, which I like. You not just have all of your climate control, which is easy. You have your shifter here, which I am not the biggest fan of. I like a Prindle, but it's a Prindle just flat. You've got all of your controls here for your settings. You want to go into sport mode, eco, smart, snow, all of that is there. Hill descent. You also have your 3-stage vented, your 3-stage heated seats, and your heated steering wheel are right here in front of you, easy to use. Auto off, which I prefer to be off. Your camera access is there too if you're backing into a spot. Of course, this has smart park, so if you're in a tight parking spot, go to your remote control on your key fob and you can start the vehicle and move it in and out. It's not going to go for long distances. It's not going to summons when you call it, but what it will do is come to you as you control it with the key fob. And it has very certain circumstances, so I suggest you try it in a parking lot before you use it on a regular basis. Now, in addition to this, I do love the backup camera, which becomes a mirror, rearview mirror, turning into a camera. Some people hate it. Initially I did. Now I love it, because if you've got someone in the second and third row, or you got all that camping gear and stuff with you and you're loaded up to the gills, you can see out the back, and it looks like it's daylight behind me even though the sun is beginning to set. Below in the center console you have 2 cup holders, which if you're going to put a sandwich there or something else, you can tuck these in so that they're not in the way. You've got USB-C, USB-A charging, you've got wireless charging. There's 8 charge ports, plenty. So don't tell me you don't have enough to charge, there's more than enough. Huge, gigantic center console here that also has additional charge ports in it. And then below this area is additional storage with more charge ports. So if you've got a radar detector or you need to charge something up, there's plenty of spaces to do that. As far as visibility, excellent seating position for visibility. You're raised up slightly higher than you might with some of the other vehicles. You cannot lower the seat any lower than where I have it now. So if you're like a really low rider, then you probably want to sit in the seat and see how it works for you. This is not one of those seats you can get it all the way down to the floor. This has a high seating position so you can see over the hood. Of course, the sills as well. Good side view mirrors. Again, turn on that camera and you've got it. I have it currently in sport mode because I like it in sport mode. But looking out the back, even without the rear view mirror camera, I think it's perfectly fine. Brakes are well balanced. Performance is really perfect balance for this car. Overall, I'm extremely impressed, and I know why the Kia Telluride and the Hyundai Palisade sell as quick as they can, because this is great value. You have a long warranty. It includes the service. And in addition to that, people like it because it gives you everything you want and you don't have to buy up, which I find to be really nice. Acceleration, it's good. More than enough for an on-ramp, more than enough to make an aggressive pass. It is not a performance car. It's not meant to be. But what it does have is more than enough performance to keep you safe on the road. And again, everything here is easy to buy packaged. And for the price point, which we'll talk about for this Calligraphy edition, which is fully loaded, is pretty impressive. Now let's check out the competitors. We'll talk about my pros and cons, and of course, the prices. There are some pros and cons when it comes to the 2025 Hyundai Palisade. Now this is the Calligraphy edition, this is the top of the line, so we're going to give you a full lineup of our pros and cons. On the positive side, really stylish cabin, very attractive, nice materials as well. Love that big screen for technology, and standard safety is super important, as well as that scheduled maintenance. All major pluses. I love the near luxury feeling of this car. If you want more luxury, of course, you can go to the Genesis lineup, which is their luxury line. On the negative side, the storage door pockets they're kind of useless. You can't put much in them. And the wind noise is a bit loud on the highway, but overall, those are really minor things, and there really isn't anything wrong with this vehicle. So it's important that you test drive all the competitors. Let's talk about the competitors, and then we'll talk about the price. The competitor list is quite long. Its sister car, the Kia Telluride, which the dealers call the Celluride, because the moment it hits the dealer, they're sold. The Mazda CX-90, the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the Ford Explorer, the Honda Pilot, Toyota Grand Highlander, the Nissan Pathfinder, and the Volkswagen Atlas. That is a long list, and there are other cross-shopping vehicles as well, so it's important that you test drive all of them. We review them. They're on this channel as well as the Car Coach Reports channel, which is now all news. So if you want to know what's really going on in the industry and ways to save money, you want to check out Car Coach Reports, and Car Smarts will be the home for all of our car reviews in the future. Now let's talk about the pricing. If you're looking for a Hyundai Palisade, you want that entry level, you're at $38,200, which is a really fair price for getting into this category of a 3-row SUV. You want to go to the top of the line, and our test car came in at $54,700, which in reality, compared to the competitors, this is a great value, because many of them, especially if you start looking at the German brands, get really expensive because they start off with low entry prices, and then you start adding in all the things you want and the extra safety, and then they get expensive. So its real main competitors are the Honda, the Kia, and the Toyota lineup. Those are their real direct competitors. There's also Nissan, of course, direct competitors to this. But it's important that you cross-shop everything and then check with your insurance agent, because that's what's really going to make the difference to decide which vehicle is right for you. And of course, don't forget to negotiate on price and never pay retail. Now, if you got value from this video, please like and subscribe. If you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. If you have any additional questions, put them down in the comments below. We'll be more than happy to start that conversation. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.